There's a layer of silence on the words we couldn't say. Your voice still lingers, but it's drifting far away. I replay the moment you let go without a sound, like a scene still frozen, while the world keeps spinning round. I was painting us in colors we could chase. Now I'm staring at the emptiness you traced. We were shadows in a fading frame, holding on but never quite the same. I gave you every light I had to show. You took the parts that helped me grow. Now I'm left with echoes I can't escape. Just shadows in a fading frame. There's a rhythm in the quiet of the night. Every beat just pulls me back in time. I was chasing every piece of what we knew. Now I'm learning how to live without you. Every broken piece is falling into place, turning all this loss into a different kind of grace. We were shadows in a fading frame, burning slow in a silent flame. I gave you all the fire inside my veins. You left me standing in the pouring rain, but I'm stronger than the past you couldn't save. More than shadows in a fading frame. If I could rewrite the story now, would I still believe somehow? Or let you fade before the fall and never lose myself at all? You were my light, now I'm my own flame. We were shadows in a faded frame. Now I rise from the wreckage of your name. Every scar is a truth I couldn't see. Every tear brought me back to me. I don't need your ghost to remain. I'm more than shadows in a faded frame. So let the silence take what we became. I walk away and rewrite the frame. shadow in the doorway where your silhouette would stay. Every step I take still drifts into yesterday. I was reaching for a feeling I could never keep. Now I'm wide awake inside a dream that fell asleep. I tried to be the shelter from your storm, but you were already halfway gone. We were the last flame burning in the dark, holding on to every fragile spark. I gave you all the love I had to give, but you let it fade and couldn't live. Now I'm standing where the truth runs cold and heavy, learning how to breathe without what we carry. There's a rhythm in the silence where your heartbeat used to be, like a broken piece of music haunting me. I was reaching for forever in your eyes, never knew that love could be disguised. Every shattered moment cuts me deep, now it's shaping who I am beneath. We were the last flame, fighting through the night, chasing something we could never make right. I gave you every piece of my soul, you let it slip and lost control. But there's a fire in the part you couldn't bury, and it's stronger than the light we carry. If I could go back to where we started, would I still leave myself unguarded? Or would I turn before the fall and never feel your love at all? Now I'm rising from the wreckage you left buried, stronger than the heart that loved you blindly. So let the silence take the words we couldn't say. I walk alone, but I won't fade away. shadow used to fall. Every step I take still echoes through these empty walls. I was holding on to something I could never keep. Now I'm lied awake inside the dream. It's calm to steep. I try to be the shelter in your storm, but you were already drifting far from shore. Carried through the door, burning every piece of who we are. I gave you all the love I couldn't hide, but you let fate somewhere inside. Now I'm standing where the truth cut deep and buried, learning how to live without the light we carry. There's a flicker in the hallway where your shadow used to fall. Every step I take still echoes through these empty walls. I was holding on to something I could never keep. Now I'm wide awake inside it, dreamless, gone to sleep. I tried to be the shelter in your storm, but you were already drifting far from shore. We were the last light we carried through the door, burning every piece of who we are. I gave you all the love I couldn't hide, but you let fate somewhere inside. Now I'm standing where the truth cut deep and buried, learning how to live without the light we carry. There's a flicker in the hallway. The air still tastes like smoke from what we were. Every breath repeats a fading word. Shadows dance along the bedroom walls, like they're waiting for your voice to call. I trace your memory through the dust and pain. like I could bring you back again. I held the fire long after it was gone. Didn't know I'd have to carry on. Now I'm living with the silence after the flame, where your touch still lingers, but it don't feel the same. I gave you my truth, every hidden scar. You turned it to distance, erased who we are. But there's something in the ashes calling my name. I found my strength in the silence after the flame. Your voice still echoed in the hollow night, like a broken signal lost in light. I was reaching for a ghost I couldn't keep. Now I'm learning how to wake from deeper sleep. Every tear falls like a song unsung. Now it builds into what I've become. Still I'm living with the silence after the flame, where your memory cuts, but it sharpens the pain. I gave you my soul, you let it fall apart. Left me with rhythm but no beating heart. Still I rise from the wreckage of your name. I found my strength in the silence after the flame. Your love was a war I couldn't win, fighting for a place I've never been. But every scar is proof I made it through, and every loss rewrote the truth. You were my fire. Now I'm my whole life. Now I'm stronger in the silence after the flame. No more chasing something I can't reclaim. Every scar is a story I survived. Every fall just proof that I'm alive. I don't need your ghost to take me higher. I found my strength in this silence after the So let the echoes carry what we couldn't save. I walk through the ashes now. I'm unafraid. I remember how you whispered through the corners of my mind, like you saw the parts I buried. I was scared for you to find. We were dancing on a promise that was fading as we spoke. Now I'm sinking in the silence where your voice has turned to smoke. I tried to hold the current, but it pulled me out to sea. Love like ours don't disappear, it just rewrites what we see. When the water turned to mirrors, I saw through the lies, every fracture in the moments we were too scared to define. I was reaching for your fire in a world we built too fast. Now I'm walking on reflections of a love that couldn't last. But every scar is teaching me the strength inside the loss. I found my way through everything it cost. There's a rhythm in the distance that still echoes in my chest, like a song that keeps on playing even after it's laid to rest. I was chasing every memory just to feel you one more time. Now I'm learning how to leave you on the other side of time. Every tear I carry turned into a clearer view. You don't see your own reflection till it breaks and cuts through you. When the water turned to mirrors, I faced who we became. All the beauty and the damage carried in your name. I was blinded by the burning, never saw the end. Now I'm healing through the silence where your voice had been. And the pain that wants to find me isn't mine to hold. I found my strength in letting go. If I could rewrite the ending, would I choose a different flame? Or would I take the fall again just to feel your name? Maybe love was never meant to stay or to defend. Maybe it just leads us to where we have to bend. You are my truth. Now you're my relief. When the water turned to mirrors, I saw myself at last. Not the man still reaching back, but the one who moved past. You were just a moment in a fire that burned I found something more. So let the water keep the story of what we were. I'll walk ahead, even if it still hurts. There's a shadow in the doorway where your silhouette would stay. Every step I take keeps pulling me to yesterday. I was reaching for a feeling I could never keep. Now I'm wide awake inside a dream that fell asleep. Try to be the shelter from your storm, but you were already halfway gone. We were the last spark burning in the dark, holding on to every fragile part. I gave you all the love I couldn't hide, but you let it fade and pass you by. Now I'm standing where the truth cuts deep and heavy, learning how to breathe without what we carried. There's a silence in the distance where your heartbeat used to be, like a broken kind of rhythm haunting me. I was chasing something more than just a spark, never knew it would leave me in the dark. I tried to be the anchor in your storm, you were already drifting far from shore. We were the last spark burning through the night, fighting for a love we couldn't make right. I gave you every piece of my soul, you let it slip and lost control. Now I'm standing in the truth you left me buried, but there's a fire in the parts you couldn't carry. There's a rhythm in the silence where your voice still lingers on, like a distant kind of music after it's gone. I was reaching for forever in your touch, didn't know that almost was too much. Every shattered moment left its mark, now it's building something stronger. In the dark, we were the last light, fading in the storm, trying to hold on to something torn. I gave you every part of who I am, you let it slip right through your hands. tried to hide. You were never meant to stay, just a storm that lost its way. Stacking chairs upon the floor, but we're still dancing like before, like the song was made for us tonight. Under fading neon light, your head rests softly on my chest, like you don't wanna leave just yet. And I can feel it in your breath. We're closer now than we should get. We both know what this means, but we ain't saying anything. So give me one last dance before goodbye. Hold me like we're out of time. Let the music drown the truth. We don't wanna face tonight. One more turn around the room, like we're not ending way too soon. We can't pretend just one more time. This ain't goodbye. Just a little longer. Don't let go. Give me one last dance before we go. Your fingers slipping through my hand, like you already understand. We ain't built for what comes next, just a moment we can't keep. I see it in the way you smile, like you're breaking all the while. But neither one of us will say what we both feel anyway. We don't need to say it loud, it's written in us right now. Give me one last dance before goodbye. If we had another life, will we finally get it right? Or are we just a perfect night? where I thought we understood. Every memory is fading into black, and I know you're not coming back. So let the night take you away. Let the silence wash your name. I don't need the ghost you left, or the scars that still remain. I was holding on to pain, like it gave me something true. Now I'm letting go of everything that leads me back to you. There's a freedom in the emptiness you left, like I'm finally myself. I don't need to understand, I just need to let it let the night take you. I'll find my own life. I thought I missed the way you said my name, but it's not the same. It's the way I felt when I was still okay, before I changed. Every moment I keep looking back, isn't you I lack. It's the version of me I lost in you that I'm missing now. I kept blaming all the pain, but I see it clearer now. I don't miss you, I miss me, the man I was before you changed me. Every piece I gave away, I'm trying to take back every day. I don't need you to be free, I just need to find me. There's a silence that I'm finally learning from, like I've overcome. Every shadow that was holding me in place is starting to erase. I thought losing you was a loss, but I lost myself because I don't miss you, I miss me. Now I finally see every scar you left behind was just a way to redefine. If I never met you, would I still be whole? Or did breaking down finally build my soul? I don't miss you, I miss me, but I'm becoming who I need to be. Every tear, every fall led me back through it all. I don't need your memory. I found me. I remember when I thought I'd never change, just repeating all the pain, every pattern pulling me back down, like I'd always be there. I was trapped inside a version I outgrew. Didn't know what else to do, but something in me broke the chain, and I'll never be the same. I outlived the worst of me. Every doubt, every memory, every scar I thought would stay. I survived, I found a way. I was drowning in my past. I outlived the worst of me. Every failure taught me how to stand. Now I understand. I don't run from who I was. I became because I outlived the worst of me. Now I'm who I'm meant to be. If I look back at the man I used to be, I barely recognize what I see. Every scar was something I had to face. Every loss put me in place. I was broken more times than I can say, but I found another way. I thought I'd never understand, but now I do. This is the man I became. Through the fire, through the pain, every moment that I felt built a story I can't tell. The man I became. Every memory is just a part of growth. Every high and every low. If I had to live it all again, I wouldn't change a thing. This is the man I became. And I'm finally not ashamed. time. I couldn't quiet down my mind, always running out of time. Every thought was pulling me apart, like a war inside my heart. I was searching for a place to finally rest, never knowing I was blessed. I thought peace was something far away, but it was here all along. I'm finally at peace with the man I used to be. Every scar, every pain is a part of me today. I don't need to run anymore. I found what I was searching for. I'm finally at peace. Every memory is quiet in my mind, like it's lost in time. Finally me. If you told me back then I would stand right here without all the fear, I would never believe I'd find my way through the darkest days. Every moment that I thought I'd fall apart was rebuilding my heart. thought I reached the end of me, but that was just the start. I couldn't see the end was never the end. It was where I would begin. Every fall, every break led me to the strength I made. I was lost in the pain. Now I'm stronger through the rain. The end was never the end. Every chapter that I tried to close too soon was just making room for the person I was meant to be, hidden underneath. I thought I'd never understand. Now I see the bigger plan. Change a thing, 'cause it made me who I am. The end was never the end. Now I rise, ooh, now I transcend. Every scar, every fall wasn't failure after all. Now I stand in the light, ooh, after every single fight. The end was never the end. Late night whispers, empty blasts. We both know this won't last, but we're holding on like we don't care, like forever somewhere here. Your laugh cuts through the quiet air, like I'll always find you there. But something in me already knows how the story's gonna go. We're too close to walk away, but too far to ever stay. We were never meant to stay. Just a moment on the way. Two hearts passing through the night, trying not to lose the light. We can hold on while it's real, even if it's not forever. second feels like gold, but it's slipping through our hold. We don't talk about the end, we just dance around again. We don't need to say goodbye, it's already in our eyes. We were never meant to stay. There was no one there to catch me when I fell. Just the echo of myself. Every step I took was heavier than before, like I couldn't take much more. I was staring at the wreckage of my past, trying not to collapse. Every memory was pulling at my skin, like it wanted me to give in. I thought the flames would take me down, but I stood my ground. I walked through the fire alone, through the heat, through the unknown. Every scar, every flame tried to burn away my name, but I held on through the fall. When I had no one at all, I walked through the fire alone. Now I finally made it home. There's a strength I never knew I had inside, till I faced it in the night. Every tear became a survive. Every pain kept me alive. I thought I'd break beneath the weight, but I didn't fade. I walked through the fire alone. Now I stand here on my own. No one told me I would make it out. I had to find another route through the dark into the light. I walked through the fire alone. Now I'm stronger than I've known. Every scar became my guide. Every fall turned into rise. Maybe we were never meant to last, just a moment in the past. But every second felt like truth when I was with you. We were something undefined, but it still felt like mine. Even if it fades away, it was real for that one day. We were real for a moment, that's enough to hold it. Even if it disappears, it was more than just a year. We don't need forever to remember we were real for a moment. Every memory stays alive even after we say goodbye. Some loves don't stay, but they never fade. That was everything. There's a weight in every word I couldn't say, like a storm that never found its way. Every moment keeps replaying in my head, like a conversation left for dead. I try to hold on to your voice, but silence was your only choice. After the silence breaks, I hear the truth we couldn't face. Every promise that we couldn't keep now is buried underneath. I gave you everything I had inside, but you let it fade and let it die. Now I'm standing stronger than before. After the silence, I'm not yours. There's a ghost inside the space you left behind, but it's fading with the passing time. After the silence breaks, I finally hear myself again. If I look back at the roads I chose to take, every risk, every mistake, I can see the way they led me here, through the doubt, through the fear. Every moment that I thought I lost control was just shaping my soul. I used to wish I could rewind, but now I see it differently. No regrets, just lessons learned. Every bridge I watch burn, every fall, every fight led me closer to the light. I was lost, but now I know every path I had to go. No regrets, just listen. Pain I couldn't see, now it's part of me. No regrets. Ooh, only lessons that made me. There's a crack inside the mirror of my past. Every reflection shows a love that couldn't last. I was trying just to hold what slipped away. Now I'm watching all the pieces rearrange. I was broken into light, through the fall, through the fight. Every scar became a spark in the night. I was lost in your flame, but I'm not the same. Now I rise from the ashes of your name. There's a rhythm in the damage you left behind, like a heartbeat that refuses to rewind. I was drowning in the silence of your truth. Now I'm breathing in a version I can choose. Baby, losing you was how I found. Oh, every piece of solid ground. I was broken into life, and I finally feel alive. time I couldn't stand the quiet. Every second felt like a riot. Inside my mind, inside my chest, like I could never rest. I would fill the space with anything at all, just to avoid the fall. But I stayed long enough to see what the silence gave to me. Now the silence doesn't scare me now. I don't need the noise somehow. Every thought I used to hide, now I let it pass me by. I was running from myself, now I'm someone else. The silence doesn't scare me now. There's a peace inside the emptiness I feel. Now it's finally clear. It was never something I should fight. It was leading me to life. The silence doesn't scare